Most people think discipline is about forcing yourself through pain, but that's not true. Let me tell you a story. There was a moment in my life when I kept saying, I'll start tomorrow. I'll fix it on Monday. I'll get serious next week. But tomorrow never came. Not because I was lazy, but because I was living with the wrong identity. I was trying to act like a disciplined person while believing I wasn't one. And your brain refuses to act against its identity. If you've ever felt stuck between who you are and who you want to be, hit follow, because what you're about to hear can flip your entire mindset. Step 1. Identity before action. Discipline doesn't fail because you're weak. It fails because your identity is outdated. Your brain protects one thing above everything else: who you think you are. If your identity says, I'm inconsistent, I'm someone who quits, I have no discipline, your brain will fight every action that doesn't match that identity. It's not sabotage, it's protection. So the first step is simple but powerful. Choose one identity you want to become. Not, I want to work out more, but I'm becoming someone who trains. Not, I try to focus, but I'm someone who protects my attention. Say it in present tense. Write it. Speak it. Own it. Because identity comes before behavior, not after. Step 2. The immediate action protocol. Most people plan for the future, but future you is the same person who's been quitting for years. You can't depend on that version. You build discipline by proving your new identity with actions done right now, not big actions, not complicated ones, tiny actions, done immediately. If your identity is, I'm someone who trains, do 2 push-ups right now. If your identity is, I'm someone who writes, write 1 sentence right now. Each action must be immediate, under 5 minutes, impossible to fail, real, not symbolic. Every tiny action is a vote for the identity you want. Your brain doesn't respond to promises. It responds to proof. If these first 2 steps are clicking for you, wait until you hear step 3 and 4. They're what turn discipline into an addiction. Step 3. The self-acknowledgement loop. This step is the heartbeat of the entire system. After completing your tiny action, pause for 5 seconds and say, I said I'd do it, and I did it. That moment, that tiny acknowledgement, is what builds self-respect. And self-respect is addictive. Most people skip this step. They do the action and move on immediately. They never let their brain feel the win. But when you repeat this cycle, action, acknowledgement, self-respect, your brain begins to crave that feeling. Your confidence grows. You start trusting yourself again. You stop being the person who breaks promises. You become the person who keeps them. And that shift changes everything. Step 4. Identity protection activation. This is where discipline no longer feels like discipline. It feels like being yourself. After enough tiny wins, your brain rewrites its model of who you are. You go from, I struggle with discipline, to, I'm someone who does hard things. And once that new identity locks in, your brain switches sides. Instead of resisting discipline, it starts resisting lack of discipline. Skipping feels wrong. Quitting feels uncomfortable. Breaking a promise feels out of character. Not because you're motivated, but because your brain protects your new identity. Just like brushing your teeth, you don't skip it because it's part of who you are. Your new discipline becomes the same. Automatic, effortless, protected. When your identity shifts, your behavior follows. And when discipline becomes part of who you are, consistency becomes effortless. If you're ready to stop forcing discipline and start becoming the person you admire, drop a fire emoji in the comments. Hit like and subscribe for more psychology-based transformation videos. Remember, you don't rise to your goals, you rise to your identity. Now choose who you become.